Hello to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover euro versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the euro versus US dollar first. And what we can see here, and to do the update and relative to the previous forecasts, we can see that market is still trading in a trading range. In the very well-defined trading range. This is the hourly time frame, and we can see the clear resistance that market did set around 1.0725 and a strong support cluster around 1.0655. So what happened basically yesterday, we spoke about potential rejection of this support zone, and it's exactly happened, and now market is trading near the resistance zone. So we can think about the different scenarios around this stage where the market is trading now. So let's say one potential scenario, if market can break and hold above the 1.0726 and break and hold above 1.0756, there is a chance for higher prices. And for the next important pivot level, for example, at 1.0880. Now there another scenario, let's say potentially if market can just break and fade either from here or break and fade this swing high and then rotate back into the consolidation, that will be a more like a fade kind of situation where the market will, let's say, potentially clear the resistance or swing high and then potentially fade lower into the consolidation again into the potential area at 1.0690 or even an area again around 1.0660 like a main support cluster. Now, from this perspective, in case of the market rejection, there is a potential for retest of the support at 1.0655. There is a bigger drop and hold below the support zone. There is even chance for lower prices like 1.0610 or even 1.0530. Now, speaking of the gold market, as we said in previous forecasts, so after the breakout of the consolidation of this triangle consolidation, we have a series of lower highs and lower lows. So that's a very good sign that that sellers are in control, and we still can see market is building lower lows. So series of the lower lows and lower highs as well. So something, for me, something meaningful to the upside. There was one divergence here yesterday, so market reacted back towards this supply trend line. But for me, something here meaningful, I would really like if the market can, let's say, clear the 1965, 1970 and then hold above that, then there is a chance for rotation back up, maybe even towards the 1990 mark. But for that, we need a really strong impulsive movement. I don't see that at this point. There is a potential just like a corrections. But just in case if we see some bigger increase of demand and some impulsive move, then to clear those highs, and if we can hold above, then that can be a good potential for the upside scenario. If not, if we can see the supplies taking control, don't forget we have a CPI today. In the US, that's a high impact event, so if the market will start with clearing the low at 1931 and hold below, then there is a good chance for the lower prices towards the, let's say, pullback low at 1909 or even this area of single prints around 1890 mark. Now, speaking of the crude oil, so here we can see that market is breaking and holding above the important pivot. So if you check this is important pivot 7770, 7760. So what happened here is that market traded higher, but then we got a fade back and a pullback. But this time market traded higher and now it's holding above this key pivot. So, and we also have the higher lows that we're creating here. And that's a good sign for potential recovery in the crude oil, at least short term, but we can see that 80.75 is actually very important cluster of support cluster, which might be also interesting pivot point for the upside and upside objective based on this scenario. Anything meaningful to the downside, of course, I would like the market to trade aggressively below 76.45 and hold below. That will be a good sign for potential retest of 72.50. But so far, we are trading above the key pivot, and the upside scenario is more likely to develop. As long as the market can hold above the 76, I will say 76.47, there is a chance for the upside scenario to develop. And now, speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, we have nothing really changed there. So we still have this rising trend line. I will show you that is still active. So we didn't have any major breakdown of this structure, but market is just basically trading back and forth. Here we have a resistance at 37,500, and I will put a shape here so you can see. Right here, and we traded here in this support, so market broke this. Now there is also supply trend line, and market is trying to break this. It's kind of retesting the previous lows and also breaking this. So it's an indecision. We have a mixed stops, mixed signs, but anything meaningful to the downside, as I said, I will big down break. I would like to see like market to clear 34,500 and hold below for potential retest of 33,000. Meanwhile, market is building this consolidation. It can take time to build more, but anything meaningful to the upside, if we can clear the supply trend line and clear the 38,000, if we can hold above, then there is potential for 39,000 or 40,000 to be in the play. So far, indecision, and we need to wait for and I would like to see a bigger imbalance and more some impulsive move, either upside or downside first. And that will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day and speak to you from tomorrow morning.